Justice has spoken, and it wasn't soft. The courtroom that's been boiling over with tension for weeks finally heard its verdict. Sentencing day in Washington v. Ihsan and Zahraa Ali. After being convicted on multiple charges stemming from what prosecutors called an attempted honor killing of their own daughter and her boyfriend, the gavel has officially dropped. The big questions? Would the judge go easy on them? Would the defense plead for mercy? And what about the victims? Did their voices finally get the justice they were fighting for? I've got all the courtroom drama, the judge's final words, and my full breakdown of what this means moving forward. Let's get into it. Sentencing was scheduled for August 19th. Emotions were already running high, and let's just say the courtroom was not filled with forgiveness and rainbows. Both Ihsan and Zahraa Ali had been found guilty by a jury of their peers, him on 4 counts including second-degree assault and felony harassment, and her on 3 counts of rendering criminal assistance and tampering. Before the judge even opened his mouth, the weight in that courtroom could be felt. We've heard testimony for days from doctors, cops, eyewitnesses, and most gut-wrenchingly from the couple's own daughter Fatima. Now it was time for sentencing. Interestingly, there was no new victim impact statements read in court. No one from the families stood up to address the judge directly that day. No lengthy speeches from the state about trauma or permanent emotional scarring. That silence? It said everything. Sometimes when victims choose not to speak again, it's because their words have already echoed loud and clear during the trial. And the judge seemed to agree. They'd all heard enough. Let me tell you, when a courtroom full of people stay silent on sentencing day, it's not because there's nothing left to say. It's because the truth already hit like a freight train. Now, for the meat of it, here's what Judge Schaller handed down. Ihsan Ali was sentenced to 20 months in prison, 1 year, 8 months, supervised release for 12 months after, no contact orders with Fatima and Isaiah for 10 years. And yes, he was taken into custody immediately in court. Zahraa Ali was sentenced to 12 months in jail, supervised release for 12 months after, no contact orders identical to Ihsan's. So let me just emphasize that these no contact orders are 10 years long. That tells you the court wasn't messing around. The judge wanted a hard stop to any possibility of future influence or pressure. Let me say it louder for the ones in the back. When a judge drops a decade-long no contact order, that's not probation fluff. That's a wall. Neither defense attorney made much of a scene. No tearful pleas, no dramatic last-minute arguments. It was all very procedural. The state did emphasize the need for long-term protection and consequence, but at that point, their work was basically done. They'd already convinced a jury. The judge echoed that sentiment. She acknowledged the complexity of the case, the serious harm done, and the need to ensure that the victims were safe, supported, and free from manipulation going forward. So, what's next? Ihsan is already in custody, beginning his sentence. Zahraa will report to jail immediately if she hasn't already. The no contact orders will likely affect any appeals, family reunification, or even social media commentary. And yes, this case is still being talked about all over the country, especially in immigrant communities navigating generational clashes, honor-based violence, and systemic silence. This sentence sends a clear message. The justice system did take this seriously. And those 10-year orders, that's the legal version of lose my number. Okay, so after everything we saw during this trial, the testimony from Fatima, the brutal injuries described by doctors, the alleged motivations tied to honor and control, This sentencing feels like the most grounded conclusion we could hope for. Was it long enough? For some people, 20 months might not feel like justice, but here's the thing. The legal system acknowledged what happened. The victims were believed. The consequences weren't just a slap on the wrist. They were loud, clear, and lasting. That's a win, especially in a case where silence and shame almost buried the truth. And Fatima, if you're out there, you are seen, you are heard, and you are free. That's what this sentencing was really about. And that's it for this recap. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching and supporting me. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss any of my recaps. And remember, stay safe, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.